What is up, YouTube? It's September 1st. We're in the last third of the year. And it's so exciting. It's exciting, yet a little bit scary because my family I created, it's on a different path. I done prayed in a new path. And these last 4 months are going to show change of character. It's going to show love. It's going to show faithfulness. It's going to show self-control. It's going to show gentleness. It's going to show peace. It's going to show all the fruit of the Spirit. Goodness, patience, kindness, joy. It's going to demonstrate the fruit of the Spirit, and that's going to take a lot of acknowledging the Holy Spirit and a lot of reading the Word and applying it. Okay? And that's what I'm excited for, because I desire that for myself and for my family. All right? So I know I just came at y'all like real strong right now. But that's because we are strong. That's because we have the ability and the capability to constantly adapt, constantly attempting to get on the right path. We have that ability, and science proves it by neuroplasticity, where we have the ability to rewire our brain to forge. We have the ability to rewire our brain to create a new path, a new pathway. So the way that you've been going, you don't have to go. That's the thing. And that's what God is saying in the Bible. The way that you've been going, the life that you've been living, you don't have to live. You don't have to. You're not forced to. There's another way. Does it take a lot of stripping off to get there? Sure. It takes a lot of grief. It's like surgery. It's like abandonment, especially if you're someone who has abandonment wounds. You're going to have to get used. I was saying last night, abandon to pick up, abandon to pick up, abandon to pick up. All these different pieces of me I have to abandon in order to pick up. I have to release in order to get. And I just gave that word to somebody, but okay. Anyway, we're on a new path, y'all. We're on a new path. I'm making me some coffee. I feel like every time I get on this camera, I got on a gray tank top. Let me tell y'all, I have a 3-pack from Amazon, and particularly like gray and black. Like that's what I kind of shuffle around with because it's just simple. Oh my gosh, but every time I get on this camera, I'm in a gray tank top. Now this is not my the only gray one, but I mean, it could be looked like perceived, but I don't really care what y'all perceive because clothes is clothes. But I just said that to myself. But I usually wear it on a Saturday, and today is Monday because it's a holiday. So, oh, update. I got a relaxer, y'all. I got a relaxer because I woke up yesterday and was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm just sick of this. Now, I will say nothing's perfect. And I'm experiencing something that I've never experienced before. I'm experiencing some chemical burns, which I believe are chemical burns or over-processing on my scalp and on my hair. And I'm very terrified of when I go wash my hair, but I'm leaving it in the Lord's hands. I'm very terrified that when I go wash my hair, that some will fall out because it's over-processed. And I am very terrified of these chemical burns. I've never experienced that before. I know that's possible when getting a relaxer, whether you have color or not. I know I have color, and that could contribute to the over processing, but I never experienced a chemical burn, which can happen. Now, apparently, it can happen by many different ways, by me scratching my scalp, by me being hot yesterday and my pores being open when that relaxer was placed. But I just have one little, you'll see right here, I don't know if y'all can see, it's like some lightning right there. That's like a superficial burn. And I think right in this area, I may lose some hair. I think I have a burn. And I'm just praying that when I go to officially wash my hair by myself, that it doesn't result in loss of hair. But if it does, long time ago, I cut all of my hair off. It wouldn't be the first time I've been bald that I've started over. It'll just be, it is what it is. That's not my hope, obviously, but I've lost attachment to my hair, as far as it meaning that I'm ugly or I don't have no confidence or whatever. So many people nowadays are really shaving their hair off anyway, but that's not my desire. But I can plan in my mind that could be a probability. It's possible, but it could be a high probability. Anyway, I did order some Olaplex to kind of strengthen the bonds in my hair, because again, I did get a relaxer over some color, which this is not my first time doing either. Back in 2020, before COVID, days before COVID, I ended up getting a relaxer on my colored hair. I was growing out my hair, and I had a significant amount, and I got a relaxer over my color, and I didn't experience chemical burns. I didn't experience no breakage. My hair was healthy, and I realized that straightened hair, relaxed hair, I can better manage, but I may be dealing with a different set of circumstances this time around with over processing, and I just have to navigate it. So we'll see how this journey goes, but prayerfully it's not as bad as I think it is. But I'm just going to treat that spot, that chemical burn, with some Vaseline, some antibiotic ointment, and we'll see where we go from there. Prayerfully it'll scab up and new hair will start growing. We'll see. Until then, I can only trust that God cares about the little things concerning us, and He will protect my hair. That's all I can hope for. So one of the things when it comes to parenting as a parent is holding yourself accountable. We have to make sure we hold ourselves accountable to the degree that we expect others. We should be expecting in and of ourselves. If we expect honesty, we should be doing that ourselves. If we expect trustworthiness, which is probably the same thing as honesty, we should do that ourselves. If we expect people to be able to come to us without feeling condemned, then we should hold that same space for others. So I'm in a season of, accounting for my own destruction and confessing that to myself and to my children, to all those involved, particularly my family, whom I live with, and how I've been going about things maybe the wrong way. I'm convinced that it has been the wrong way because it's destructive. Although at the same time, I do think it takes destroying something to realize that it's destructive so that you can build. Yeah? So we're in the season of rebuilding. We're rebuilding trust. We're rebuilding character. We're rebuilding integrity. And at that same time, every piece that we add, we're going to be fully examining and making sure that it's a great material. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you're building a building, you have to take thought of every brick that you place on that building, because not every brick may be made the same, you know? And so some bricks maybe need to be tossed away. Some bricks maybe need to be strengthened. I'm just saying, metaphorically speaking. And because I desire to live in God's will, to live in favor, to live with God's blessings, to live in the promised land. Right now we're in the wilderness, and I feel like we're going to be here for quite a long time. But my hope is for the promised land. And I was telling God, I said, I might not see it like Abraham, but I may experience, or I may experience like those who came after him. I think it was Joshua who experienced the promised land. But my hope is in the promised land for all those after me. For myself, one, but all those after me. And my desire is to demonstrate godliness. It's to demonstrate love. But it's also to know that I can only demonstrate so far. Some things are left in God's hands. Some things are left in God's hands. I'm not the changer of hearts. I can cultivate the field. I can try to convince to a degree, but I can't change God. I can't change nobody's hearts. That's God's job, and I have to discern whether it should be something I fight or something I just hand over to God. And I think a lot of times there's a lot that just need to be handed over to God that quite honestly we don't need to fight. I think we only can go but so far. And the rest is the Holy Spirit. Maybe our part is to make it aware, to bring awareness, and to some degree fight back. But we just have to know. I know our job is to bring awareness, but that second step of like fighting back, we really need to discern our part in it. That's the thing. Because a lot of it just takes partnering with the Holy Spirit. Really, truly. I think we fight battles that aren't really ours. but are ours because we're involved in it. And see, that's the thing. We have to really discern. We have to really discern. Like, my family is my problem, but my family ain't my problem. That's the same thing. Like, that's what I'm saying. My family that I created is my problem, but at the same time, they're not my problem. And so I have to understand where I begin and where I end. As a mother, as a wife. And I have already repented to my husband. I repented to my children. We all sat there and confessed. Well, me and my children specifically, my husband at work. But we all sat here and confessed our wrongdoing and the steps it's going to take to provide restitution, to rectify the situation. Because it does take effort. Grace is not something that you just... grace can be used in a sense of letting an offense pass by, right? But if you keep allowing that, you're telling that if you keep allowing offenses to pass by, you're telling your brain that this is now good, that it's okay. You're agreeing with it. But my job as a parent is to, yes, let the offense go, but we're working on not allowing that offense to happen again. We're calling it out. And we're bringing it to remembrance when we need to. Not to condemn, but to correct. That's the difference. Bring that offense up to correct. Like saying, hey, you did this before. I'm not trying to condemn you, but it's the same behavior you done before. You're repeating it. But this is the new changes. This is the new changes that is going to be happening within my family. And those watching, if you're a believer, your family is your responsibility. And I really believe we're doing a good job, or we're not. I really believe we're not doing a good job stewarding. Chloe, what? There's nothing there. I don't think we're doing to the best of our ability, stewarding what God has given us. What is it? What do you see? What do you see, my love? Chloe, come here. I wonder how much faster I've gotten. I don't think I got faster. I think I got slower. I think I got fatter.
And in our warm-up, you know, you have to get the body ready for the brisk exercise, but just do it gradually. So that's what our warm-up does. There's 6, there's 5, 4, 3, 2, walk in place. That's great. See? Walking in, we think about standing tall. So if we put our shoulder over our hip bone, you have it. Even backing up, it's not what we normally do, so those muscles aren't used. 8 more, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. But sitting down into it, you really call on more muscle, you burn more calories, and that will improve every bit of your health. Your breathe. Breathe down, nice. 2. Last time.
Pull me down. No, my hands. So?
Guys, I almost just caught a cramp.
Pull you down? Yeah.
Oh my God! No, stop! What is wrong with y'all?
She told me to do it.
No.
I can't pull.
How can y'all not touch y'all toes? Coming back from the 22.
I made it. April, do the thing.
Set. You do mine.
That's what he's coming back with, Coach Darryl. A 20-meter dash.
On your marks. Oh Lord. Coach Darryl, don't mind this. Fingers together. Up to the line. Leaning forward. Set. Boom. Look at her. She keeps stomping.
It's day 2, y'all. Never finished like yesterday's vlog. Yesterday's vlog was just all about starting like again, renewing, okay, redoing. I'm actually on my way, like I did that on my kids' first day of school, how I parked up a little further outside my neighborhood to take a walk. And I'm doing that again. I don't feel like it at all today because Mother Nature touched down yesterday, and right after work I took a nap. So I'm just gonna do like a little light work, a little light walk, and I'm really trying to enjoy the outside before winter time is here. This is my favorite time of year, like when September rolls around. Last year I had remember, well, to those who watch, can't tell y'all remember, but to those who watch, I had did September last year. I think I posted it on YouTube. I know I did like Instagrams and stuff, but I think I posted those reels to Instagram. But I did September, so like every day I try to get steps in, and then I did like a summary at the end of the week. And it's so funny because right before September of last year, I had cut my hair. And I remember, if you look back on my videos, because one September, I was putting some braids in after I cut my hair. So, another change this year. This year is getting a relaxer. And my hair has grown like significantly. I will say I'm going through the hardest time in my relationships right now. All my relationships, as a parent, as a wife, as what else? A sibling, as a daughter, everything. I'm going through the hardest time. It's really hard when like you don't see eye to eye with the people you love. Really hard. As I was saying, it's really hard to see eye to eye with the people you love, because anybody really, because you have your own set of beliefs and values and wisdom, and they do as well. And you know, obviously all of our beliefs, values, and our wisdom is limited, right? But then there are some who has experienced some things and has wisdom far beyond the other person, and you try to share that, but they can't truly understand it. They can't behold it because their current state is very limited, you know? And it's really frustrating. It's really hard. Like, it really does make a person feel like, I don't even want to do this. Like, I don't even want to deal with you, you know? Because your current state greatly affects me, you know? Like, for instance, like a child, right? Their beliefs and wisdom is very limited. They just think that everything is about them. They think that, you know, everything just comes easy, and that their actions don't hurt nobody or affect people. Like, they think all these different things. Very immature. And it's hard to even get them to see how their actions affect how we see them, you know, our trust in them, our faith in them, you know. And it's just frustrating. It really is. And this can be applied to any relationship in which values are shared, beliefs are shared, wisdom is shared. It is so frustrating. It really makes you feel like you don't want to deal with nobody. For real. Because, you know, you keep getting violated or offended because of what you believe. Goodness gracious. Everything is so... This house is just overgrown. My gosh. You just keep getting offended because people keep crossing your belief system, you know, and they don't want to seek information to prove you right. They want to seek information to prove you wrong, quite honestly. So that's why it's really the hardest season of my life. That's why, for me, I had to really, like, as I said, like, perming my hair, relaxing my hair was like, okay, this is another problem solved. Like, I ain't got to be so stressed about what I'm going to do to my hair. What I'm going to do, because straight hair is so simple to me. You wash it, blow dry it, flat iron it, keep it straight, and that's just it. And I feel like you always look good, you know, like, for some, like, it always looks good. Same as somebody getting braids or something, you know. It's just a problem is solved. And I just don't have enough mental capacity to solve these problems that ain't really that deep. Like, my relationships are important to me, and that's what I really need to focus on. I need to focus on really holding space, creating new ways to express an idea, you know. I think that's all of our jobs in any type of relationship. And I feel like sometimes, like, individually, we create all these other problems in our lives that we can't even give the relationship what it needs. That's why families break up, people break up, because we done created all these other problems that aren't necessarily problems, besides focusing on how we can work together. That's the goal. That's the goal. How to work together. What good is a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Our soul is supposed to be, like, we're supposed to connect with people, you know? We ain't supposed to be just doing things alone. We're supposed to connect with people, but not in a way that's, like, tyrannical or, like, forceful. We're supposed to be considering people and, you know, understanding them and not wanting to hurt them. We're supposed to understand people more than we're supposed to be understood. But at the same time, if I'm understanding someone, if I'm understanding someone and that person is understanding me, then that means I'm being understood. You get what I'm saying? So it's supposed to be team effort. A team effort. And sometimes I think under the name of family, under the umbrella of family, that you think that you're a team. And you letting them know that, hey, we aren't being real team-like. We're actually acting like we're on opposing teams. Everyone's trying to win. But they can't understand that because we're a family. You understand what I'm saying? Because they can't get past, they're limited. They can't get past that family can be against each other. They think that because you're family by blood, you're connected. And it's just so false. We've been deceived. You know? And I really think I am trying to get to, like, at least for the family I created, I'm trying to get to real family. Like, what it really means, what it really looks like. So far I've walked about 2 miles, 1.9 so far. And here's one of the reasons why I love taking walks. Like, I really sit here and I meditate and I think and I can ponder, reflect. It's just so many reasons. It's really like meditation. But remember when I was talking about, like, understanding one another? It's like, it's system. When you're dealing with people, it's system against system. Essentially, your belief system versus their belief system. And why things don't work out between two individuals is because one cannot bend. A lot of the times, one cannot bend to the other person's belief system. Compromise, negotiate, whatever. That's why relationships have a lot of conflict, because someone is not bending in the relationship. And as I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm really a walker now. Like, I'm really someone who enjoys walking, which, I mean, I've said this before, like, this was never me. This was never me. Like, I couldn't fathom out here walking by myself like a weirdo. I thought it was weird looking. I thought I'd be so lonely. Like, I just thought so many negative things. But look at me now. No one influenced me. It was just me against me, you know? And I realized that took, like, me against me, that's even a hard thing. Like, it's already hard enough to bend. It's already hard enough to deal with other people. But then when it's you against you, that's really hard too. So anyway, I say it to say, like, I had to essentially abandon, and that's the thing. Okay, so when two systems are coming together, somebody has to abandon theirs. You get what I'm saying? In part. Not in all, in part. Someone has to abandon their system, you know? Because essentially, let's just say, like, metaphorically speaking, if you are living in two different households and you come together with somebody's giving up their house. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to be together, somebody's giving up their house. It's just who, you know? So it's the same thing. So I had to abandon a version of myself. I had to literally let go and say, that's not me no more. I don't want to be that no more. I don't want to be someone who just sits. I want to be someone who gets out and walks around, you know, and doesn't think negative things about it. Like, that's what I wanted to be. And it took me just getting up every day and going out, despite what it looked like, despite my own negative thoughts, because we always can think about what other people think about what we're thinking about or what we look like. You get what I'm saying? But I was my own thing. Like, I'm saying to myself, Monique, you look like a weirdo. Like, ain't that crazy? I had to. Now, that's it. The easiest thing is to, like, be like, you know what? I can't even tolerate my own thoughts. Let me go back in the house. But it was me against me. You feel me? And once I conquered me, I could conquer anything. Once I could be like, no, you don't look like a weirdo. You actually look like somebody who cares about herself. You actually look strong-minded, strong-willed. Like, that's what you actually look like. You know? And I just wish that more people would learn to bend. You know? Like, but not in, that's the thing, too. That, like, a lot of people bend to evil, to wickedness. They can bend for that. But they won't bend for something better. You know? They can't bend for something better, and I can't stand it. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents for today. Listen, when you watch my videos, I'm telling you, you're not coming here for no drama. Like, no BS, no baby daddy drama, no gossip. Like, you're not on my channel to, like, be entertained. If you're watching my channel, you're here to be motivated. Like, you're going to get some motivation. You're going to get some inspiration. You're going to get a mindset shift. You're going to get something to ponder on, something to consider. You're not going to get evilness. Okay? It's enough of that out in the world. It really is. You're going to get a lot of chatter because it's who I am. Y'all, I can't shut up because I feel like this is godly wisdom that I'm sharing with you, and I can't shut up about it. So when you are with people, that's why you have to really examine it. First of all, you have to examine yourself, see if you're able to be in a relationship. And then when you are deciding to get in a relationship, you really have to examine the person. Because when you are getting with someone, the question you are asking them is, can you abandon yourself? Are you able to abandon yourself for me? That's what you're asking somebody. And we're not even aware that that's really what we're asking, because that's how these arguments happen in relationships, where it's like, where you're saying, hey, like, can you try to understand? Can you understand? And they're just not getting it, because they're not saying to themselves, I want to understand them and I want to abandon myself for this person. They're not saying that. What they're saying is, I want to stick by who I am. Because I'm trying to tell you, if someone said to themselves, I want to understand, they, like, something opens up in their head. You get what I'm saying? It's like a door that opens up in their head, a window that opens up. But if their attitude is like, I'm trying not to understand, because once you understand, you would then be held accountable. You would then, we will have to sever that piece of you. That piece of you will have to die. We're all comprised of, all we are is a summation of our beliefs to a certain degree. One belief may be 25%, another belief may be 0.05%, doesn't matter. Whatever, it all equals 100%. And no matter, and some things we will abandon ourselves for. Like a man, he will abandon, how can I say? He will abandon
16 minutes, 35 seconds.
Protecting himself sexually to go sleep with a woman. You get what I'm saying? Not knowing what he's going to get from that. You can get an STD. Same thing for a woman. We will abandon self for, what we want. We want a man. We will abandon ourselves for that. And same thing for men. But then when there's complex things that need to be abandoned to preserve the relationship, nobody wants to abandon that. Everyone act like they can't do that. And this is like, I'm just saying, because I always say, like, damn, sir, like, you gonna hit my car? Because I'm always saying to myself, why don't these relationships work? Like, why is my relationship so goddamn hard? Excuse my language. And it's because, like, and I admit, I can account for myself. I am open to bending. I really am, like, in a healthy way. Like, I'm really open to seeing other people's perspective. But we're just gonna have to, like, when I say argue, I mean, like, reason it out. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's reason it out. Don't expect me to accept your belief just because of who you are. Like, we're gonna have to reason that thing out, because you may have to end up accepting my belief. You know what I'm saying? But I am bendable. But some people, they don't even want to try to argue it out, because to them, that's arguing, like, in a negative sense. It's really crazy. It's really crazy.
Bad, but I also know, at the moment, but it's an exchange. Live it angry, live it in jealousy. Present is my normal state. For other people, maybe it's the other way around.
Y'all, I came down here and played in my makeup. And here we have it. I actually made a YouTube video. And it'll probably just be like me do my makeup, but me doing a voiceover. Not so much what I am doing in the video, but simply just like I had asked Chat. I was going to make a video where like I had asked ChatGPT like to give me like a chit chat video. And I was going to like chat through doing my makeup, but I was like, no, I'd rather do a voiceover. So that's what I'll probably do, but I didn't do this lip. I did like some lip oil, my makeup on the sides of my nose. Every time I wear glasses, does that. But it came out cute. It felt good to just sit here and do my makeup. That was another like thing I like to do when I just need like just to do something. I hate just doing like things that need to be done. Sometimes I hate well, I'm not gonna say I hate. I don't like to only just do things that need to be done. Like, sure, laundry needs to be done. Sure, probably the floor needs to be swept. But it feels good to just dip into some pleasurable things. Okay? And that's what I did. Like, look at my little station. But I'm about to end the night. I'm in this video. This was a two-day vlog. You know, I hope you enjoyed this wisdom in this video. I actually just had a conversation with my son about wisdom. Well, not about wisdom, but like utilizing my wisdom and talking to him about character. Because he is journeying on into young manhood. And this is a territory that is just, I can't even describe it. I can't even describe where I'm at mentally, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Have y'all tried these circles? Having this pink refresher that we got. My husband got this from Target. He got one too. But difference, flavored water. I'm excited to try different flavors. This one's really good. Tastes almost like a pink lemonade, perhaps. But, you know, I love some pink, so he got that for me. Anywho, I hope y'all do something that you desire to do, that you want to do. Maybe not necessarily something that has to be done, but set aside some, what was that sound? Set aside some time to do what you want to do. Other than that, now I have to go do what I need to do. And so that's just that. But thank you for joining me in this 2-day vlog. I hope y'all liked the wisdom in it. I pray that it blesses you. I pray that something that I said is a seed. And I pray that over time, if you're questioning what I said, if you need some understanding, I pray the Lord gives that to you. But in the meantime, feel free to reach out if you need some clarity. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. And that's it, guys. Until next time.